Well, hello. Ro and Deb here from Your Invisible Toolbox, and we're joined today by Sarah Sabers, who's going to be our guest on our show next Monday. And so we thought we'd just give a little bit of a preview to some of the things we're going to talk about. Our invisible tool has to do with working cross-culturally, and Sarah has had a lot of experience in being an executive leader in a company that works globally. We've had a lot of experience with traveling internationally. And so what are some of the crazy things that people that are working cross-culturally are dealing with?
I mean, I think the biggest thing that comes to mind for me is always meals, right? So being very conscious of where you're based and what type of food you may find. Is it offensive if you don't try it or if you don't eat it? You always have granola bars in your backpack just in case you need something after that meal.
Yes.
But being, really self-aware that you're not going to offend somebody.
What is the most memorable experience you've had dining internationally or hosting people that are coming here?
Sure. I would say probably for me, and I'm a big seafood eater, but seafood in Asia is a bit different. It's not as pretty in regards to how it's prepared. But
they present the whole fish.
Present the whole fish, and everybody, it's family style, so everybody's sharing, and just having to be comfortable with that experience and realizing that I'm there and I need to just really make sure that I take part in it.
Yeah, and remember that it's not about the food, it's about the relationships, it's about the business that we're conducting, and yet we're communicating so much with that. Deb, talk about some of the food experiences that you recall.
Well, and I think to piggyback on what Sarah said, in U.S. we're so individually plated. Everything is our own, and then when we're dining in Asia, it's all communal, and so that is that expectation to participate in whatever is in front of you. With the Lazy Susan, it comes around to you, and and you participate. We've had several experiences over the years of being able to be with clients and enjoy some delicacies we'd never otherwise be able to enjoy, sometimes not knowing exactly what they were, but having that opportunity to just try and to participate, I think, is so important. And dining tutorials we've done abroad, where many times we had to figure out how to instruct something that would be different than we would eat in our usual environment.
Absolutely. It's one thing when we're traveling there, and then when we're hosting people, I know you do a lot of that, and how you host people when they're here.
That's something that's equally important, is making sure that you know the needs of the folks that you're hosting. I think I've heard on a number of occasions when individuals have come to the U.S. for the first time how large a portion is, or that there was too much food served at a meeting, and maybe it felt like it was wasteful to bring in afternoon snacks when really we had only eaten lunch a few hours earlier.
Exactly, and what we're trying to do is communicate we care about these people, and we're sending a very different message of waste that could influence the relationship.
Absolutely.
So we hope you will join us next Monday morning at 9:03, where Sarah will be here with Deb and I, and we will talk about some of the considerations around global. And a bit of a spoiler alert, there's really some insight into hosting people in the interview and what we need to be aware of when we've got global guests.